At the principal hotel nestled next to York Station, the 2017 York Food and Drink Conference is underway. A large number of food and drinks companies are based in the York area, and many of them are present today.
So we've come together. It's the second time we've run this fantastic conference focused on the food and drink sector. We've been very busy, yeah. We've had somewhere in the region of about 150 delegates come down to enjoy what we've got on offer. Really good networking opportunity for those, as well as some fantastic speakers. I think it's going to be a huge success. I've been in the hall myself listening to the speakers. They've been imparting some fantastic hints and tips on marketing, how to get into retailers, some stuff around where the sector's heading and what the future might bring. So lots and lots of different things for people to take away. So we're behind the conference. We've been the driver in putting it together. The reason being, York and its surrounding area has got one of the largest concentrations of food and drink manufacturing companies anywhere in the country. We've got an increasing number of artisan brewers and makers, if you like. And today's just really an opportunity to shine a light on that, bring them together, help them get some hints and tips on where they might go and how they might grow their business in the future, and a real celebration of what's a great sector for the city.
Our reception's fantastic. Everyone's incredibly supportive. There's a wide variety of people here, as I mentioned, and sharing some of the stories, particularly with the startup guys who are perhaps going through some of the things I went through a few years ago. It's uplifting because starting a business is hard, and sharing in pain makes you feel better about that pain, and that's what today's been about for me, is seeing these people working hard to create these exciting new businesses. In terms of Kings, it's something I started in 2011 while studying business management at the University of York. It's eerie. I can still remember the very first batch of biltong we ever made in the family home in a little wooden shoebox we'd pretty much designed ourselves, all the way to now where we're processing 15 to 20 tons of meat a week. And when I see the factory full of 50 people working hard, creating a product that's going to go into the biggest major retailers in the country, it's important to remember that very first batch, because without that, the success would never have come. It's a great way to network, to share stories, share experiences, and take huge learning. We've just had, I think it's the operations director from Booths, talk about buyers, talk about where they're going. It's incredible, the emphasis they put on quality, the passion. Considering they're such a large and successful organisation, the passion they clearly all have for what they're doing. It's incredible, absolutely incredible, and it gets you enthusiastic. Sometimes in business you have hard days, and then you come to an event like this, around lots of young entrepreneurs, lots of successful people in the industry, and you leave with a spring in the step. It's thoroughly enjoying the event.
We're starting to do our first events like this now. We're starting to get the system out there, and once people actually see it and interact with it, that creates the wow factor. But you've got to get out there like anything else. So a lot of hard work required at the beginning, but very confident for the future.
I got the opportunity to stand on stage for a brief time and tell the audience of over 120 people about the programme. So over the break, which is just finished, we had quite a lot of interest in the one-to-one sessions this afternoon and in the masterclasses and workshops that we're running.
It's great. I mean, firstly, it's great to see that York has got such a great food and drink industry, lots of familiar faces, some great producers and cheesemakers and brewers. It's fantastic. It's also really informative for us. We're going to go into some challenging times. We're desperately trying to grow the business, and it's good to get some advice and support from some like-minded people.
Yeah, I think there's two reasons that'll be good. We're meeting a lot of other fellow like-minded producers, and we can set up alliances and contacts. But there's also some really interesting lectures on today that we like to attend, and we've got two of our marketing manager and our sales guys here who are looking at that. So, the day's it's just great. We're a successful, vibrant economy here in York, and we're growing throughout Yorkshire and the rest of the country, and it's good to meet with the other businesses.
After a successful day, all the delegates return home. But food and drink fanatics need not fear, as the York Food and Drink Festival begins later this month, so there's plenty to get your teeth into in York. Daniel Saunders, Zats TV.